Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Bass and Bonsai back in the house. Not out on the water, not at the range. I know. Got another unboxing. You guys want me to go to the range and we're going to get there maybe this weekend. Need a final few parts to more or less complete all my builds. It's not in this unboxing. I've got a black barrel coming I'm going to use for this guy. I got another ported barrel which should be in this. And this one I'm not 100% sure what it is. But the good news so far, well, they showed up. I have a knife now. I found my red one's still MIA. This one we have, and I cut this and realized I wasn't recording right. So anyway, I think this is kind of a mystery one. I think it's our other light coming from AliExpress. So let me pull. Man, it does not feel heavy enough. Let me pull that out. Let me get rid of that package. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, this should be it. Man, it doesn't feel like there's anything in there, but oh, my God. That thing is a little bitty. But there it is. So this is the light. I guess I should have had some light sitting over here. I don't even see. Does it take a little battery right here? I may have to go track down a battery real quick. You guys don't care. You'll wait, right? What is that, AAA? So anyway, it is not a Surefire. It is a knockoff of, looks like just pressing down. Maybe this is full time. So what this will do, okay, let me put a, I can't show you guys the process. YouTube will kick me off. So clear. So this thing, oh yeah, that if you're not going to run like a comp or you know the 19 size upper, that thing looks good. So it'll set actually kind of like that. You might be able to tweak it a little bit. I'm curious to see how bright it is, but stay tuned. This is just an unboxing, first kind of look. I'm guessing you got to take this all the way out. Slide it on your rail, and then run that back through so it's more, not permanent, but it's more of a locks on to where the other lights, hang on one second. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, I kicked you guys. I didn't mean to. I need you actually. So, when you have, let's find one here. So what it'll let us do is say when you have this kind of deal going on, where your compensator is going to stick out a little bit, or in some cases a long ways. These lights are perfect and they work all right, but when you go to put one of those on a regular, it kind of, it's not bad, I guess, but like for littler subcompacts, micros or whatever, but and then also, in my opinion, on just like a Glock 19 size, that's kind of a perfect alternative light. So anyway, 20 bucks off AliExpress. Stay tuned, see how well it works. I do like the fact that it already comes with the plastic is FDE color, not black. If you guys remember, I had to take these apart and paint them, and it will flake off a lot faster than being actual plastic. Already colored, so I do like that. I do like the color is a little more brown. I guess I'd call it brownish instead of bronzish, if that makes sense. So let's get to our last little package here. So I'm just going to kind of compare the colors with, because I'll probably end up with one of these under the 19X. I don't even know where I put my 19X. I guess it'll fit on this one. Hang on. This is actually for the other one, but I just wanted to show you guys, just so we can see it, and then we'll move on. And stay tuned, like I said, for the performance part of it. But yeah, like that's kind of, in my opinion, for the 19X, that's a perfect little light. Just, it's not a lot of weight. Definitely, this has batteries. This doesn't have the one battery in it, so it's not going to add a bunch compared to this, but just to get a little more weight, and you know, just overall, and you have a light. It's definitely probably not even as bright as that, and that's probably not even as bright as an actual Surefire. But anyway, who's counting candle whatever or lumens, right? We don't count. So here it is. It better be the right one like I wanted, because this was a deal. I wasn't even planning on buying one of these. These are pretty expensive. And I let the other one go. He was selling two, and I didn't know for sure if I was getting scammed. And it was kind of like a Bush moment. I didn't want to get fool me twice, shame on me, fool me 3 times, shame on me again kind of deal. So Zaffiri Precision. Now, of course, this one is ported, so I can't really work with this thing unless I have it ported, but that's a Zaffiri Precision slide barrel. This was, you can see it's used, but it was, I think I made an offer of $70, 75, something like that. On, I'm gonna point at you. It's not loaded. Looks to be in still, you know, good enough shape for me. I kind of give them the old worn look anyway. So compared to a $50 one and, you know, $25 more, I actually have a Z, and a lot of guys say this still isn't a great one. Now I know I'm not supposed to run it in this, but I'm just going to stick it in there and see what it looks like. And where are the ports? Where do they start? So they're all up in here, I'm guessing. Yeah, so if your lockup's there, ports all run just like right in here somewhere. Take it and have it possibly machined out and then run it with that. That would be kind of cool. But I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Like I said, I just have a black barrel coming. I was debating on black or gold, and I just figured I'd get a black barrel since I don't have a black barrel, and it was only $40 off of eBay. So hang on, let's just try it. I can't show you any of this process, because I guess, should I have not shown you how to put a barrel in? I don't know. I mean, it's simple takedown, cleaning, 101, right? So let's put it in this one, and this may be where it lives, and I'll just, I don't know what with this one. It almost looks like that guy has threads like where you could, I guess maybe they were designed to cap off the ports. I don't know. I've heard of that on some barrels. They've, you guys comment if I know what I'm talking about or if I'm just nuts. Maybe I'm just nuts, but. So there it is. I kind of do like just a not polished. Look, this barrel is already like beaten up. Sticks out just a little more. Like it's not a true flush. You guys see that? On this one. This thing definitely is like a flush. That part makes it look real cool. It's got a little gap right there. That doesn't affect performance other than something could, I guess, get down in there. does kind of match up. And this is a bigger, but 3 ports compared to 4, but smaller, just like milled straight, drilled in. And these are more... So it'll probably end up right there in this one, more than likely. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But there's a possibility I'll just have another build at some point, and it'll go in that one. Let's compare the two. So you have ZP, Zaffiri Precision, and I don't even know this one, no name. Kind of match up the same, and you can tell it's just a hair longer barrel. I'll show you. In case I didn't show you a good... Oh boy, I put it in upside down. Hang on. So there's that one. So it's more of a flush, even. Now I can't put it in it, but just so I'll know, if I come across the deal on a... Oh boy, get off of there. If I come across the deal on a Zaffiri Precision regular barrel, I kind of want to know, and this says right on it for Gen 5, but as you saw, it just fit in a Gen 3. So let's just see what it would look like on our 19, and then yeah, so it is definitely a flush cut for a Gen 5. And it's no way it's loaded. It's not loaded because it's not like, there's no way. So yeah. Fits right in a 19X. So if I come across just a barrel for this, I guess you could always have that cut out too. But I'm kind of, I don't know. I kind of like the, not necessarily, I don't know if I'm liking the polished as well as the not polished. It's like this P80 one is also just not polished. Kind of like that look on these anyway. Maybe in a black slide. But I do like the fancier cutout, and it definitely looks like a little better quality as far as how much time was taken into actually putting the ports in. But these aren't like horrible, and I swear those almost look like it has the reds. That's just the way it was. Doesn't that look like, almost looks like each one is threaded. So yeah, I figured I would pick it up since it was I just, you know how it is, I made a offer on it, and it accepted the offer. I was like, oh, I bought it. Oh, dominoes. It was like playing Legos and dominoes at the same time, switching out parts. All the bronzish type colors, FDE colors, nothing matches. Like, I believe these are probably coming from the same place, and the first light of these I bought is even a different color. I think I like that color the best. I'll probably order, I mean, they're 20 bucks. I'll probably order, as long as this one works. I need to go get a battery and put in it. I will at some point. All right, so I'm going to end this video. Just a quick heads up on some of the new stuff we got. If you got any questions, I've pretty much ready to, and if this is the first video you've watched and you're like, what is this guy talking about? I basically started out with 2 PSA daggers. I was going to, and we still are, we're going to do a compensator versus ports deal. And with this, the more compact are the ones I started with. And then in the meantime, I just got, I don't know how you would call it, inspired to do Glock 19X style build. And since the PSA dagger lowers were so cheap, and the way my FFL works, if I up to 3 firearms for the same one price of the, you know, running my name basically. So, like, I just buy 3 lowers. So I bought 3 of the full-size FDEs, and I'm like, okay. And then I ran across this on eBay, for not with this on it, but for like $200. I'm like, well, 65, well, 70-ish by the time you get it shipped to you and all that, and the fees for the lowers. But then by the time you buy a kit and a barrel and sights or whatever, you end up with probably about the same price you would in. And I guess I'll show you guys. You know, almost every one of these I probably have the same in as what I would if I were to just get a stock Glock. But the problem with that is when you go get a stock one and then you end up with, where is my, hang on, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you the actual, let's show it with, let's just put it on this one. This is not the one that actually goes on, but it fits. But you actually end up with, in my opinion, more ergonomic. And then you can add, you know, you got the Timney Alpha, you've got the upgraded, very nice mag release kind of deal. Of course, these are like $30. You just buy, you know, if you wanted to get 3 of those instead of 117 and 219s. But you end up with probably the same price you would have had in a stock Glock, either 19X, 45, 48, whatever, all the different sizes they have now, the newer versions. But this way you're already, and it's even including in this one the red dot, because that was $40 red dot used with the $15 plate, $100 for the trigger, 20 something for that, 230, yeah. So probably by the time you would add magazines, oh, and if you guys have watched the unboxing videos, a $10 range bag, which is way better than the Glock thing. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's more. And then that's $25 magwell off eBay, kind of blended in. Definitely a better, easier access to, well, I'm trying to do it through the camera. So, in my opinion, that would be a better way to go than buying, especially unless you really like the look and feel of a stock Glock, then you're better off to go that way. But in my opinion, this way is the way for me. Same thing with this one. Now it's up in the air. Oh my God. As far as this one's going to work or not. But you can also experiment, which I am. And I don't know if I'm going to mount this thing to something and then try to fire it out of my hand or what. I think there would be no issue the first time, and don't try this at home in case anybody was thinking about trying it. So you could do something like this, 26, cut into this, because I guess not really worst case, because I don't have a point for this whole upper if it can't get it to work on a dagger lower, but the dagger lower was only $49. I have played with it. Now what I did was I took the striker out, and then so basically I put I think I can't quite get it to cycle with the full magazine, but like I put 3 in this. And I can't just drop the slide. So like if it's locked back, I can't just hit that and it'll chamber one. But if I slingshot it, oh, hang on, let me try that again. So if I just slingshot it, and you don't really want to do that without a thing in there very often. But then it'll load, and then I was, you know, I hadn't fired it because I didn't even have the striker in there, but did it 3 different times, and it cycled through the 3 I had in. Is the closest I've come to live ammo. Now, don't try that if you're messing around like this is. Do not try that with live ammunition and still the ability for the firearm to fire, because, I mean, possibility, you know, one of the slingshot or something could set, you know, it shouldn't, but I didn't want to take the chance, so I had that out while all that was going on. Up and away from the workbench kind of deal. Like, at your workbench, don't bring any live ammo over here where you're tinkering with stuff. Just bad things can happen. If you take the ammo out of the equation, nothing bad here can happen except getting your grand thumb, Glock, finger, thumb, something like that. You get jammed in there, right? So anyway, I'm going to end the video. Stay tuned for further videos on whether or not I like this light, performance. These so far, no issues. Oh, there was an issue. Hang on. Let me grab, I think I already fixed it, but I was checking. I don't even remember what I was doing. Oh, I think I was fitting one of these for my echelon, and I come across an issue with one. I thought it had went out. So I took the batteries out of one to put in the one that was actually, that fits the echelon. The echelon has a little wider, a little different rail, right? So your light, I've talked about it before, you loosen these screws and squeeze it in tight as you tighten the screws, then it lets you, it fits on a lot tighter on these, like see how this one's a little wobbly, you can actually even tighten it up. But so, the one that I had loosened up for the Springfield Echelon did not have any batteries in it, so I took the batteries out of the other black one, put it in that one, and it wasn't working. I thought, oh no, one of these lights went dead, because I have not had any issue with them not working yet, and I have 8 of these, and then now this will be the first one of these little guys. So what I found out was, and I talked about this before, that there's like 2 little issues, well, 3. But down in there, see those screws right there, way down there, Phillips heads? One of those was out. Now, I don't know if it had been out, because I tested them all, and all of them did work. And I have lost track on which one of these. One black one has like several hundred rounds through it, being on a firearm, and the other one has like 100, so I'm not sure which one it was, but that one of the screws, it was out enough that it just wasn't letting the battery make contact is what was going on. So I don't know if it was loose when I got it like that, if it had worked loose, because I had never, I'll be honest, until that time, I'd never paid attention to those screws, and I still haven't looked at any of the other ones yet. So I need to go through, and that's one thing. If you get one of these knockoff lights, you're going to want to, what I would do first off, adjust it to your firearm you want to use it for, or majority of them, if you want it wide or loose fitting or whatever, just so it'll fit everything you have. Put the, biggest pick rail, lower, whatever one, stick it on there, make sure it'll fit. But check these screws, because the only true issue I've had with one of these lights is one of them was shipped to me with the screws already stripped. They had literally stripped it in putting it together, taken the short screw, because it comes with screws not real long. They'd taken those out, put longer ones in. That still didn't work, so then they kind of glued it all in there. If I wouldn't have messed with it, I probably wouldn't have known. So I took them all out, and I tried to fit. I got it where it works, but you can't get it like super tight as the other one. So it might be the one that ends up going on the echelon, because it actually fits on real good, except for on these Glocks. They tend to these clones typically have like especially these dagger clones anyway, have kind of a looser, a little bit looser than the echelon for sure anyway, or most of them that actually have a true rail and then the bigger cutout, which they come with the pieces. If you want to just make it for a specific one, you can change it around, but the skinny one is kind of universal. It'll fit the Glocks, and you can slap it on pretty much anything that does have a bottom rail. If you stick the wider one on, then you're limited to ones that have a pick rail, more or less. If you go to stick it on a Glock or a clone, something with this single narrow one, then it won't stay on right. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Get out, go get yourself some barrels, whatever you do. Make sure you have fun doing it. We'll catch you later.